Hi everybody, welcome. My name is ClairV, the Tarot Queen, and this is our reading for all signs for the new moon in Sagittarius. So this new moon is December 12th at 6:32 p.m. It'll be 100% new moon. And new moons signify new beginnings, new chapters, newness all around. When we have a new moon in Sagittarius, Sagittarius is a fire sign and is brave and truth. So we have new beginnings when it comes to your ideas, your passions, your determination is going to be sparked. This is like very fire-like energy. So this during this time of this new moon, the last new moon of this year, switch in the vibe. Like this is a whole like vibe redo, or it's like a new vibe, new vibrations. So new starts, new beginnings, maybe new ideas, new relationships, new luck when it comes to your finances and your job. Since Sagittarius's planet ruler is Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of expansion and blessings and brings gifts and luck. And with the Archer, we have double luck and bravery. And this is like moving ahead and making new goals without any limits, being brave. We want to take risks, but we want to weigh out all of the options. We want to be careful because what the decisions we make, we want to make sure that we know the consequences, because that'll help us in our decision making. This is also a good time for spiritual introspection, to go within, to get close to the spirit. Maybe you have new ideas about that, about spirituality. There's this energy around abundance and blessings, and this is all happening right now. Jupiter is in the sign of Taurus, which is very stubborn but determined. So behind this new spark of energy with these new beginnings, we have determination. So not only do we have the spark, but we have also determination and will to complete it. And also the stubbornness. There's a negative side of this. We could just go full head, like take no risk, make a decision, and then with determination stick to it, but we didn't assess our consequences or our rewards for the decisions that we're making. So it's a real good time to just weigh out our decisions and just beware of the decisions we make. So I have all 12 months here, and then a card for the collective. The card for the collective is the Seven of Wands in reverse. Now he is deep in thought. The wands in this deck have to do with logic and reason, the opposite of the swords. So we are deep in contemplating the thoughts, the communication, the ideas, maybe the things that we thought in the past, or this is like going in the past and like seeing how much we have accomplished, maybe how much you've changed your mind, or you changed your perception. Maybe we're taking our what we've learned in the past, like our truth, or where we weren't true to ourselves or to our past or to our future goal in the past, and we are like reassessing it. This is like definitely looking in the past on our maybe the decisions that we've previously made in the past. Like, maybe they brought you to this point and you're thinking like, oh, well, like if I could go back here, or, but no shoulda, woulda, couldas. Now is a perfect time with this new moon in Sagittarius to have a new idea and new thoughts and new truths, and to take this spark and run with it. And that's our message for the collective. We could start with Aries. Aries is the Four of Wands in reverse. Now, with this card, I see also looking in the past, but we are looking at our past desires, and it's like we conjured up this image of either ourselves or someone else, or maybe we are looking at ourselves and seeing somebody else, perhaps somebody we love or somebody from above. That rhymed. But this is like light energy coming from spirit. This is some kind of inspiration. Maybe perhaps this who shows up in your view is maybe it's a person or a thing, or maybe it's a desire, or maybe it's your reflection. But whatever it is, it's like it's bringing you light. It's bringing this new vibration it's bringing inspiration for you. It's like inspiration for you to leave like the old behind. Also, Aries, I see for you a whole bunch of like disorganization. So it's like you've been going, like your fire self usually does. And it's like you haven't took time to like put things together. So I'd say now is a perfect time to like organize and get like all your like checkbooks in order, all these papers, or perhaps like write your goals down, or something about your desires and wishes, and know that you can conjure up anything. Like if you want, this is like changing the past too. I see you looking into the past and like almost changing it. And it's like, oh, you can't change the past or what happens, but you can. You can change the way you view it. You can change the way you perceive this thing. And I heard Ho'oponopono. And I have a video. I will tag it up in the corner, right in the right-hand corner. But there's a Ho'oponopono prayer with just 4 simple phrases. I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. And thank you. And it's very, very powerful. And in the video, it explains the power behind it and what happens, and, you know, and such. Aries, your opposite, Libra, is like, it's like a halt, or like, perhaps this is arguments or something of the sort. Because when we have the Ace of Swords, it's like an injustice. See, a man is looking in the mirror and sees a woman. It's like the opposite. So maybe there's some kind of injustice for you, Aries, when it comes to these logical thoughts. So that's why I said be careful how you speak to yourself. Okay, so it's for you, Aries. Don't let anyone block your vision, neither. Don't let anyone stand in your way. And I know you usually don't. But yeah, there's definitely something for you. Perhaps look in the mirror and do that mirror exercise where you tell yourself, you know, there's positive things. It's like what you wish, or wherever you see in your subconscious, it's like going to appear in your conscience. So be careful how you talk to yourself, Aries. All right, that's for you. Moving along to Taurus, for this new moon in Sagittarius, we have 2 of Swords. Now, the ruler of Sagittarius, Jupiter, is in your sign, Taurus. So this is blessings and And the Two of Swords has a lot to do with decisions. And the swords in this deck are wands. So this is decisions you are making about your desires, your passions, your creative pursuits. Like, and it's almost, this new moon's going to put a fire under your ass because you're in for a radical transformation. You have help, whether it be spiritual or human. You have, someone has your back, and you're very balanced. You're looking into the future with confidence, with gusto. Like, you have this determination and this will that you are so focused on this one thing. It's like nothing can come in your way. Also, for Taurus, your opposite, Scorpio, has the Six of Swords, which is protection. So perhaps this is protecting your, maybe you are protecting your thoughts, or protect how you communicate, like protect what you say. Like, maybe watch what you say to somebody. Maybe you don't want to tell somebody everything, like the whole thing, or like anything at all. Maybe be careful who you talk to, or maybe somebody needs you to protect them. But be careful when making decisions. You want to make sure that it's going to be the same as what you want. You know what I mean? Like, make sure it's what you want. And here's Reconstruction. You hear the Reconstruction? Sorry about that. They're doing construction next door. So, and this is radical transformation. This is so, this is adjustments. This is, you know, moving things, rearranging things, putting things in order. This is making a pathway. And that reminds me of our training the brain meditation. So when you have these thoughts and you create these thoughts, the more, if you think about it, that's not gonna, that'll set it in your conscience, but it's not gonna set in your subconscious. So you do these things until you do these over and over and over again. The more you do it, the better you'll get. So yes, determination and balance, radical transformation for you, Taurus. Thank you. Moving along to Gemini, we have the Temperance in reverse here for you, Gemini. Now, this I see to let your guard down. It's like being very precise about something, like she's pouring this upside down, and it's like she's not missing a job. She's being careful to get all of this one thing in here. Like, I see like them things when you're a baby and you take the triangle and you stick it with the triangle. It's like this triangle goes here, the square goes with the square, and it's like, I don't know, something about that. So another thing with the Temperance is when it's in reverse, we have a lot of like arguments, or like the Temperance is very patient and she's waiting and peaceful, but within reverse it's like the lack of patience. So it's like, or it's you're having your guard up. It's like you're blocking this from, you're blocking your desires to your spiritual inside, or to your higher self. So perhaps looking in the past at the choices that you made will help you move forward. But you have the light. This light is shining. There is truth there. It's like you're not looking towards the truth. You're looking away from the truth. So when you look towards the truth, you'll find the truth. And your opposite, Gemini, is like, it's like you're pouring this substance and then it like conjures up So it's like, like what you do becomes who you are. Yes. Okay. So, moving along to Cancer. Cancer is also looking forward. Cancer. Okay, you have the Hermit in reverse. Number 9. The 9 becomes a 6. So maybe this is the 9 becomes the 6. So maybe take something, more of something and make less, like take 3 away. I don't know, but this is definitely maybe you're coming home. You're coming down off the mountain. So this is like you're finally home. This is home sweet home. But it's like you drop 2 keys. Like you have the keys and it's now's the timing, but there's 2 dropped keys. So I don't know if you lost keys or you're gaining keys, or if you did lose keys, perhaps they are near a black blanket or a black dress, or like maybe a blue dress or something of this sort. And something long as like maybe a blanket. Not sure, but let me know if you lost keys, because this is saying that they're like right under your feet. So perhaps you dropped it on the ground outside on your walk home, like on the pathway home. Let me know. But you have this light you have, and it's like right in front of you. It's like focusing on what's right in front of you, what's in your house, like this key, like here. Focus, and if you're focused, you will find what you're looking for. This is something spiritually. You're taking what you learned spiritually and you're taking it and you're putting it into your everyday actions. You're bringing it home. Maybe you're teaching your kids or teaching your mother or something like that. You're teaching somebody else or telling them about it. But it's like, now's the time, Cancer. So your opposite, Capricorn, is like going full speed in so it's like this is where you're coming from, or this is where you're going. Perhaps you went full speed at when you were going up coming back down the mountain, and now you're like catching your breath. But it's like in the past you had to jump over obstacles to get to where you're going. So it's like, try to do whatever you can to keep this fire lit. You've lit this fire and you've come so far and you've jumped over so many hurdles to get here. So it's like, do what you can to protect this fire, because you're going in the future. You're going in the right path for the future. Okay, thank you, Cancer. So for Leo, for this new moon in Sagittarius, we have the 2 of Wands. Now, you are happily looking in the future, even if it's in balance, but it's like, wow, look at all I created. Look at all these things. Look at all these ideas that I did, and all these relationships I've built, and look at how far I've come. This is like you're building a house, for instance, and you're now moving in and enjoying what you created. So it's like you're tied to these poles, but it's like even though you're here in the middle of nowhere, you hear the reconstructing, you're in reconstructing too. You're under transformation, you're in reconstruction. And perhaps that's the imbalance. We're trying to make something better, and you're like at a standstill. But it's like you're in the middle of nowhere, and you're finding company in. So it's like listen to the birds, or listen to somebody has a message for you. somebody has a message for you, and perhaps it is Virgo, or perhaps it's someone in your future, someone you're going to meet, this new somebody. But there's a message for you, Leo. So keep your ears open, and it'll come in any form. It might even be from a bird or from a child or something. Somebody else had that, like a message from a child or from an unexpected source. But you're going to gain some kind of message or wisdom or knowledge. But this is Reconstruction, and definitely finding peace with you. Like when you're alone and you're bored, like, how do you act? What do you do? The wands in this deck have a lot to do with your thoughts. So it's like there's maybe difficulty in choosing where you want to go in the future. So perhaps talking to this messenger or to this new person, or maybe it's an old person, perhaps talking to these people will help you balance out your thoughts about this situation or about life in general. But and the clouds too. There's something in the clouds, Leo. Your opposite, Aquarius, is longing for play. So perhaps you're tied down and you need to focus on yourself and what creative pursuits make you happy. Or maybe you have to build this wall of like material protection, perhaps, like start saving money or something. Maybe something that has to do along the lines with that. Okay, Leo, happy new moon. And don't forget to come back monthly, because then we'll see. And if you're watching, please subscribe or like if you haven't already. So, Virgo, we have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands for Virgos, new moon in Sagittarius. So, like I said, the wands in this deck are swords. So we are you're letting go of thoughts, or letting go ideas, or maybe something went away. And this is like, you're like waiting for it to come back. You're watching for it to come back, but it's like, that's in the past, Virgo. It's like, you don't realize it, but you have, this one thing is leaving, but you have two more things coming, and the one thing is wisdom. You have this owl, and not only that, it's bringing a gift. So it's like you have this owl coming, this wisdom coming with a gift, and it's bringing company. It's like once you get rid of one thing, two things come. But it's almost like you have to do that in order. Oh, that reminds me of that thought thing where it's like, okay, you have this trauma. Something happened to you in the past, and you are retelling the story. You're working on your trauma in somehow, or these thoughts. But it's like, if you just read about it, or just write about it, like, that's just dealing with your conscience. That's not putting it in the subconscious. To put it in the subconscious, you have to actually do it, act it, read it, say it out loud. Like, our brain responds to the messages that we give it from our senses. So what the brain hears is what the brain receives. So if you say, I'm waiting with hope, or I think positive, or you say positive things versus negative things, it's like, yeah, you are like these things. You have these things that need to be combined in order to make it whole. And one may have left, but it's like you can refill it in. You can fill it in. It's like they have to be together. It's like I see one thing and one thing and one thing, and if they're all not together, then that whole thing is going to be falling apart. So it's something that has to do with that, Virgo. This is starting a plan from like from basically from the roots, from where you start, from where you're beginning, or maybe you're starting all over. But you're definitely waiting in hopes, but you're hoping for something that's going, when you should be thinking about the newness coming. Like if something leaves, everything happens for a reason. So when we say goodbye to something, that's like the new moon. Like the old moon had to wane a wax, and it had to go away in order for there to be a new moon. Now there's the new moon, there's new idea, there's newness. So have hope for the newness, Virgo, and start at the roots. You also have your opposite is the Queen of Swords in reverse. So watch your communication and how you talk to people, because the Queen of Swords in reverse is could be a real fucking bitch. Excuse my language, but she has like a double-edged sword, so it could either go both ways. And be careful to be honest with yourself and others, Virgo. Moving right along to Libra. So Libra, we have your Ace of Swords. It reminds me, I see like a pencil sharpener, like you're sharpening your point. You need to sharpen your point, or sharpen your skills so you can be on point. Perhaps something is bugging you, and that's the delay, or the interruption of thoughts. Something's like in your, I don't know if it's like a sound or an actual bug. It's like something's bugging you, and it's like interrupting your thoughts. And are you under reconstructing too? They're reconstructing a house next door. So where there's a reconstruction, I see. Another thing I see here, you can catch more flies with honey than vinegar, so be careful. To be honest with yourself and others, your opposite, Aries, it's like you're getting this vibe. So maybe to see the whole story, you have to look in the mirror, or look in the past, or look at your inspiration. Perhaps you have to organize as well. But Libra. Yeah, I'd work on them skills and getting into these habits. Maybe you have to write a speech or practice how you say something, or maybe it's just a whole new thought process. With this new moon, it's new thoughts and new, a whole bunch of newness, and there's inspiration, but it's like you have to look at the opposite. So maybe it's like the opposite of what you think, or the opposite of what you believe. But definitely sharpen those skills, Libra. Now's the time. Moving along to Scorpio. Scorpio, we have a Six of Swords. So safety is the key, Scorpio. Especially with your opposite Taurus in here, like standing here like, you're not going to get past me. It's like you need to protect your child, or maybe it's your inner child, or somebody else's child, or maybe it's protecting yourself. But you have to stand up for yourself, or stand up for someone, and you need to protect them. And it's like you have to be aware of what's around you, or who's around you, There could be a man, a manipulative man that's like attached to you in some form. That is not so good. And I don't know if there's these thoughts or these choices that are in your way, blocking you from safety or blocking you from getting away from this man or this thing. This could be a thing, an object. But you do have, I do see like a protection around you. Like a magical protection, a spiritual protection, but it's like you have to physically protect your child or your inner child. Safety is the key. You need to go where you're safe. Go where you're safe, Scorpio. And it's like you have to have confidence in this time. This is going to take bravery. And it's a good thing that it's this new moon in Sagittarius, because Sagittarius is very brave and risk-taking. So be brave and get to safety, Scorpio. Where do you feel safe? Okay. Yes, you are safe, loved, and protected. You are safe, loved, and protected. And there is a balance, so it's just finding your way to safety, Scorpio. Moving right along to Sagittarius. Okay. And then Capricorn. Okay, so this is why. So Gemini's opposite is Sagittarius. You hear that? Sagittarius, you're making a lot of noise. Maybe there's a lot of thoughts or noise in the background, or there's this coming from your opposite Gemini. We have the Temperance in reverse, which is a lot of that, a lot of this, a lot of banging. Maybe you don't get time to quiet your mind. That you have all these emotions and all these thoughts going in your head. It's like this new moon is going to put a fire under your ass. Maybe you should sit down and have a quiet cup of tea. Like if you can't find quiet in your house because of all the banging, then perhaps go outside or something to this matter. This is also being very, very careful about what we wish, because this is the Nine of Cups. This is like the best cup in the deck, Sagittarius. Happy birthday too, by the way. And for some reason I heard new moons in your sign. So this is like an extra gusto for you, Sagittarius. And with your ruler being in Taurus, I see you being a little bit of stubborn when it comes to like maybe your wishes or something. Or maybe you should be stubborn about your wishes. Something has to do with that. And also this learning. This is maybe inspiring you to read a book or to learn or to... This is your emotions are inspiring you to look deep into a situation. Maybe to look deep into like your future or something. And your choices. The choices that you make. The wishes that... Be careful. Whatever you wish for is going to come true. So it's like, be careful what you wish for, Sag. So moving along. Capricorn. You have the Knight of Swords. So this knight is like the fastest knight in the deck. It's very communicative. This is learning. This is logic. Perhaps you're going to school for law or some kind of truth, or maybe we're going for communication or something social. But this is green necklace, or maybe this emerald or matching or something. I see this thing and it's like It's like saying, like, here you come, and it's like to decorate it. Maybe you have a green necklace, or to wear a green piece of jewelry, or something. This will help you. Emerald, and I don't know whose sign is emerald. Is that your sign? Perhaps an air sign has something to do with this. I mean, Gemini's right here. It's like you're going towards these emotions, like full speed, like all these thoughts, and this is like decisions and being confident, but it's like you're going in reverse. It's like going reverse over all these hurdles. So it's perhaps you have to go over these hurdles in order to smooth out the path. So perhaps you're going through the past and looking at all like the hurdles you had to jump through, and like thinking of how to flatten that path somehow. And maybe you find some kind of help in a Sagittarius or another fire sign. But you are going towards your wishes. Perhaps something in the past is going to take you there. Like I said, you're flattening out this thing. Flattening out your path. You're making your pathways more prominent. This is like stopping almost, and like going within and saying like, okay, what do I deserve? What do I need? You deserve the best, Capricorn. You deserve everything. This is like I see like a stop in the name of love. That's what I hear. Stop in the name of love. Maybe stop and focus on the things that you love. Have your thoughts and your desires and the choices be based on the things and what you love. For you, Capricorn. Yeah, you're also, your opposite talked a lot about introspection and going home. So maybe you have to go home so you can go within, or something of the sort. So moving right along, Aquarius, we have the Nine of Pentacles. Now, she is like looking like wanting to cry that she hasn't played in so long. This is like a kid who's been sick and hasn't went to school and hasn't been outside in like a month, like dying at the window, like wanting to go out, or like a puppy ready to go outside. It's like you're yearning for play. This is stop and take a break. Like you've been working so hard. You built all this wall in like one year or however long. These pentacles, they take time, and they know that it takes patience to get to where you're going, and they know that they have to work hard, but you also have to play hard too. Like work hard, play hard. Like you have to give yourself that balance, because you're spending all this time creating everything, but it's like you're not spending time enjoying what you're creating. So it's like, what's the point of creating it if you're not even going to take time to enjoy it? So this is like stop and smell the roses, or stop and take the head thing off of the squirrel. It's like go out to play, Aquarius. Go outside. It's like take a break. Take a break, Aquarius. It's like you're coming from all these hurdles and these thoughts and all these action and work, and it is like being alone and being satisfied being alone. Like the Nine of Pentacles is very independent energy. So it's like you did this yourself. It's like you did all this work yourself. Or maybe with a little help, but for the most part, you did all this work yourself. But it's like you're longing to maybe see the fruits of your labor. And just know that if you keep working, you're getting it. You're coming, like, if it's not in fruition already, if it's not already here in the now, which it is usually, if you have these two choices and you think of both of them, what happens to the other one? Well, it's still there. This choice is still there. This option is still there. Like, so you have it, Aquarius. All right, last but not least is Pisces, the Queen of Swords in reverse. Vulnerability. This is like being vulnerable. Pisces is guard down, or it's like the snow owl, and this Queen of Swords, she is like negative in her thoughts. Like this Queen, the Queen of Swords, like in all actuality, has been through a lot. Whether she's widowed, divorced, she's been through the ringer. She knows, she has experience behind her. She has confidence. She knows what she's doing, but it's like this loss of, or whatever, this desire, these thoughts that are floating back in the past are creating this like bitch like attitude. So it's like maybe you might have to find your truth, or it's like if it wasn't you, somebody knocked you off your throne, and it's like maybe we need to watch how we talk or how we speak, and if it's not only to others, it's to ourselves. Like our brains talk to our subconscious talks to our conscious mind. And she has like, you got your finger on it. You got your finger on it, and it's like you're drawing in or blocking. It's like you're drawing in this energy, these thoughts. But it's like you have to get rid of the negative before you bring in these new, because no matter how much newness you pile on top of it, we can only take so much, or there's only so much room. So just like the new moon, it had to turn all the way around. Like the new moon is dark, and it's I call it the dark side of the moon, because it's when when the full moon is full, you see the whole right side of the moon, and then as it turns a little by little, you see little less until it's no more, and then you see a little more until it's full. Well, when it's the new moon, it's like the dark side of the moon, and that's when everything's all dark. This is when we have new things, but it's like the darkness comes before the brightness, or this is like something to do with cycles, and this being on point. It's like putting your finger on it. You have to put your finger, like you have your finger on it, or being on point, or something of that sort, Pisces. Maybe the decisions you're making, or maybe you're not living in your truth compared to your decisions that you're making. Maybe you're just caught up in the thoughts of what coulda, shoulda, woulda, and that's what's turning you over. But it's like the advice I have to say here is that it is okay to be alone, and it's okay to be vulnerable, because that's when we learn and grow. So perhaps you're going within and learning more about you, Pisces. And there we have it for all 12 signs for this new moon in Sagittarius. I hope everyone enjoyed their reading. Please leave a comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And stay tuned if you haven't yet checked out the 2024 theme and 12 months preview for your sign. They're all posted. And come back for the monthly overview for your sign. Thank you all so very much. I appreciate and love you all, and express immense gratitude for everyone, because I wouldn't be able to do this without you. So thank you all so very much for being here. And much love and much thanks to you all. Thank you.